wow. My hair is sticking straight up. Interesting. Well, I just got out of the shower. What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to the weekend preview. Today is Sunday, June 24th, 2018. Although by the time you watch this video, it may well be the 25th for you. Around like 7 p.m.-ish for me as I film this video Pacific time. But as you know, I have a worldwide audience. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekend preview. This is the last week of June. We've got a wide variety of stuff to cover. This week, in fact, is going to be a large variety week. We're going to see continuing playthroughs, concluding playthroughs, new playthroughs, fighting games, shooters, choose-your-own-adventure style games, and a big upcoming, highly anticipated marathon event that people have wanted to see for a while is actually going to take place this week as well. So this is actually a pretty damned good way to, number one, open the summer, because for those of you who don't know, the summer just started a couple days ago. And number two, a good way to end the month strong and to get people excited to come back who maybe, in particular, weren't too excited in the games that I've been playing recently, like Jurassic Park Evolution, which just finished, or Vampire, which is going to end tomorrow night. And instead, maybe they want to see new stuff. Well, this will be the week for them to swing by, okay? So let's get right into it because we've got a lot to talk about here on the weekend preview. First of all, you may notice something a little different above me. Yes, that's right. You may notice this both on live streams or in videos on YouTube that recently some things have been slightly changed or improved. And you're like, ooh, Phil's got a bar that's moving above him. You know, look at that. That looks pretty neat, right? Basically what's happened is a few people who are pretty good at graphic design have contacted me in the past couple of weeks and said, Phil, we're interested in maybe contributing, you know, could we do some stuff? And I said, whatever you guys want to do. Like, I have zero graphic design experience. The very few things that I've done over the years don't look great, and I know that. I don't even own Photoshop or anything like that anymore to even mess around. So you may have noticed recently in some of my playthroughs, including Jurassic Park World and Vampire, that there have been, also Half-Life 2, which I almost forgot about, have had these overlays during the streams where my webcam is surrounded by a border. Maybe there's a thin overlay around the edge of the stream, or maybe there's nothing at all. Maybe it's just around the border of the webcam, okay? People like it, but I've already been forewarned. Please make it minimalist. Don't go wild and have a giant border around the screen and now the camera is small. The gameplay is a tiny little camera over here and there's a million advertisements playing on it at all times. I wouldn't want to do that in particular with my gameplay streams. I don't want my stream to become a walking advertisement. I am fully aware there are other streamers that do that. They've got plugs to different sponsorships and things constantly on the stream. I don't want that. I want it to be when I'm playing a game, it's about the gameplay. All right. So that being said, yes, it's something new and different that I am trying, but it's not necessarily something that's going to stick around forever. I do want to say thank you to those who have already designed some really cool stuff for the streams. In particular, you know, tonight I'm using this animated bar at the top of the screen. This probably would not work for a playthrough, real talk, because it would probably block parts of the gameplay screen, right? But for a vlog like this, the weekend preview, that's actually pretty neat. Okay, so if anyone ever wants to take a stab at anything like that, please go right ahead. Head to TheKingOfHate.com forums. All right, there's a thread there to post up fan art and the like where you can already do it, and you can post stuff up there. Or if you want to contact me directly, you can PM me on my forums. You can email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. Let's talk a little bit. I'd be more than happy to accept things like fan art, overlays, animations, anything. You know, the weekend preview intro is getting pretty old. I've used it for over 2 years now, the same intro. You know what I mean? I'm always open to fan submissions and suggestions. So anything you guys are interested in, toss it my way. You know, let me know. All right, let me know ahead of time, but I'm very interested. So you guys, let me know what you think. Is this distracting or is this cool? Because the only difference between that and normal is that there's an animated bar now. It's not like it's any different. I think it makes the video look a little bit more cool, right? Maybe more professional. I don't know. You know, I wish that I was a guy who had so much time and so much money that I was able to learn shit like that and put it into my videos or have someone pay someone to do it, but I don't, you know. I am and always have been a successful person because of the feedback, the contributions, and basically the support of my fans. So I'm a fan-made man. What can I say? So check it out. What do you think? Let me know. Okay. Now let's talk about the gameplay coming up this week. Now last week was a big variety week. I started up my Half-Life 2 playthrough, which was amazing, playing through that game and actually getting to play it from start to finish for once, rather than stopping like I did many times before. And before I ever did YouTube, I played that game and never finished it. Finally got to wrap that up. That was really fun. Started up episode 1, the first expansion episode. That's been great. Finally finished Jurassic World Evolution, which was a good game. In my opinion, I enjoyed it. You know, for what it was as a sim game of dinosaurs, it was pretty good. Make your own theme park. Vampire, we're finally at the end of it. Thank the Lord, because it's been droning on and just dragging out so friggin' long. And I've been continuing on with some of the other stuff that I do from time to time, like H1Z1 and Street Fighter and the like. In fact, last week, if you guys didn't see it, I played a set of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike online. I won almost every match. It was insane. I was winning so much during that session. Like, it blew my mind. My rank skyrocketed. And by the way, I wasn't playing my real characters because I can't. When I play that game online, there's so much delay I can't time parries and I can't do things. So I can't play the game realistically. I can't play it competitively. So instead I mess around with my shitty Urian, who doesn't even pick I don't even pick the right super that people use in competitive play, and I was dominating everyone online. It was just like, oh my god, if ever there's an example of how online gameplay sucks in fighting games and does not constitute real gameplay, I don't know if that was it or not, but it should be. Anyway, check out all that stuff, all live on DSP Gaming. Plus, I did a super special surprise vlog / live stream with my girlfriend Kat on Friday night, and we did over 90 minutes of us just answering questions for people in stream chat. It was a ton of fun. Kat liked it, and we said, you know, this is something that maybe we'll consider doing from time to time moving forward. So if you didn't see that yet, that's live over on DSP Gaming. That's right, I did not upload it here. I uploaded it to DSP Gaming, and you should go check that out. Okay, so that was the last week. Let's talk now about what's coming up in the coming week, because we've got another wide variety of content. Every day it's like something completely different, okay? So Monday, I'm going to be continuing on with Mario Tennis Aces. Now, let me upfront say something. I played Mario Tennis Aces on Friday for 4 hours. The first time I've ever played a Mario Tennis game. The basics of the game and the game mechanics seem interesting, but the campaign of this game is incredibly unbalanced, unfair, and frustrating as fuck. Like, there's parts of the game where there's just no way to fairly play and win. You have to build up a super meter to destroy your opponent's racket to win. Or a boss fight, it's like more of a puzzle than playing tennis, right? I'm now at a point in the game. Stage 4 out of 5. I guess there's 5 major chapters. I'm in, chapter 4. I'm fighting a blooper. The blooper has abilities you don't have. He can hit the ball and the ball curves off the screen. But I can't get to it, and I don't have that ability, right? The blooper can hit the ball, and it bounces off a mast. That's a mast of a ship that's on the in the stage. And it goes and lands right at your feet, and you lose. But if you try to hit the mast, it always goes out, and you lose anyway. So basically, the blooper has like 2-3 abilities you don't have, making the game completely unfair. Oh, by the way, the computer always knows where the ball is going, too. So it's like completely cheating. And this is only stage 4. I'm not even like... It's not like the final boss, you know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous how hard this freaking campaign of this game is. Now, I thought I was alone in this feeling, but over the weekend, you know, I had my day off on Saturday, and then today I was doing other stuff, and I was reading social media, people posting up about Mario Tennis Aces. Everyone's agreeing with me. Everyone's like, wow, Mario Tennis Aces is actually a really great game. You can play it online or against your friends, and it's almost like a fighting game because it has all these special moves for each character and different variables, like charging up the zone end shots and the super powered abilities. But if you play the campaign, it's terrible. Everyone hates it. So, you know, I played the campaign first. I guess I screwed myself, okay? So, Monday, here's what I'm going to do. My main gameplay stream is going to be Mario Tennis Aces. I would ask that if you guys like Mario Tennis Aces so far, please attend the stream and be supportive on the stream. Reason being, I don't make any money on the YouTube videos. Every single video of Mario Tennis Aces was claimed by Nintendo, and so far I've made a big fat goose egg on the videos on YouTube, so I'm reliant solely on your contributions on Twitch to get me by when I'm playing that game, okay? So, please, if you like it, please come by the stream on Twitch TV and be supportive on Monday when I play it. I'm going to start up with the campaign. I'm going to see if by hook or by crook I can find a way to beat Blooper and continue with the campaign. If I just get frustrated, fuck it. Why am I freaking out playing the stupid campaign of a sports game? I'm just going to start playing it online against people and see how I do, okay? So we'll see how it goes. But let's see exactly, you know, how the day pans out. It will be a major stream of Mario Tennis Aces on Monday. Monday night, the nighttime stream will be the conclusion of Vampire, finally. And it has to be because I'm at the last boss. I've actually beaten the first form of the last boss. The thing is, it has 2 forms, and I really haven't had a chance to take a stab at the final form yet to see how to hurt it. So, I guarantee you with a 2-hour stream, I'm beating the goddamn final boss of Vampire. And for what I'm to understand, there's an epilogue, like a chapter 7 in the game after you beat this boss, where basically all you do is you go around, you find out what happened to everyone in the game, and you get your ending. So it looks like 2 hours should be a good amount of time to wrap up the game, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. If I have time on that stream, I will live review the game. If I don't, honestly, I don't think many people care about the game regardless, so doing the review or not doing the review isn't really going to bring much interest or anything anyway. But if I do have the time to review the game, I will review it Monday night live on stream and then upload that video to DSP Gaming as part of the playthrough as well. Okay? Tuesday, something completely different. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. This is the new game from Don't Nod that apparently is just a free game, a one-episode choose-your-own-adventure game similar to Life is Strange and apparently set in the same world as Life is Strange, although I don't understand the connection. It's supposed to be a kid who's imagining that he's a superhero, and basically he's playing with his toys and stuff, but what it does is, it becomes a crazy fantasy world where he makes choices to actually control crazy things, like he actually is like a spaceman or a superhero fighting things, okay? It seems like it could be fun. Certainly it could be ingenious or cute, but apparently people are saying probably it's only going to be around 2 hours long. How it ties into Life is Strange, I have no idea. And why it's only a one-off free episode, you know what I mean? Like, it sounds odd to me that they're doing this. What's the point? Is it leading to, if this game does well and people not buy it because no one can buy it, it's free. If a ton of people download it, will they make this a full game later? Or is this maybe a prequel teaser because Life is Strange Season 2 or Life is Strange 2, the sequel, is actually going to be coming out, I believe, this September? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a teaser leading into that. I don't know. I guess we'll find out together when I check this out on Tuesday. All right, so as long as everything goes according to plan, that's going to be my first gameplay stream on Tuesday. Now, the reason I say that is because sometimes this shit does not come out right away on PlayStation Network, and I don't know if it's going to release overnight on Xbox Live. So it doesn't matter what venue I play it on. I can play it on either console. Whatever it's on, I'm going to play it on no matter what. But what if it's not available in time for my first gameplay stream on Tuesday? That would suck, right? I agree. So if that's the case, I'm just going to do some Street Fighter until it's available. So I have a 4.5-hour stream, starts at 10 in the morning, the stream has breaks or whatever, and it ends at 4 p.m. At some point during that time, I hope the game becomes available, because then I'll download it and I'll play it live, all right? But if not, I'll do some Street Fighter for the day, all right? Then Tuesday night will be more H1Z1, another fun session of that. I've been doing that once a week. People seem to like it. Last week I did 3 top 10 finishes, which were really entertaining, so looking forward to more this week. Tuesday, I got a burp stuck in me. Excuse me. I knew that was coming. That's why I wanted to get it out. Excuse me. Oh, another one. Excuse me. Okay. Wednesday, not Tuesday. I just told you Tuesday is going to be Captain Spirit and Street Fighter and H1Z1. Wednesday, I will return to Half-Life 2. Now, I'm in Half-Life 2's first expansion, Episode 1. Apparently, I'm only about an hour or so away from the end. So, I'll play that, I'll finish that off, and then I'll immediately start Episode 2 on the stream, which is the final part of Half-Life 2, so we're almost done with the game. Okay? Then Wednesday night, I'll do more Mario Tennis Aces. 2 hours of Mario Tennis Aces Wednesday night, nighttime style stream. Thursday, there's a new game. Huh? A new game on Thursday? I agree with you. Like, Thursday, a new release on a Thursday is bizarre. They almost never release video games on Thursdays ever. Why is there a new release on a Thursday? I don't know, but there is. So what is the new game this week? It's called Fighting EX Layer. This is a game made by Eureka. This is the same company that made the Street Fighter EX series of fighting games back in the late 90s and early 2000s. It was the game franchise that took the Street Fighter characters into 3D. Before that, they'd always been 2D hand-drawn sprites. Then they became 3D animated characters. However, it wasn't Capcom that made the game, so the game does play very differently from Street Fighter. And it's not horrible, but it's also, in my opinion, wasn't like amazingly as high level as Street Fighter was. But the game got 3 different versions. Street Fighter EX had 3 versions, or 3 different games. Like, it had 1, 2, and 3. And, what they decided to do, Eureka, since they no longer have the license to use Street Fighter characters, they made a game that's only their characters. They tried to modernize it for modern audiences. It's kind of interesting. I played the beta several months ago, and even though it was entertaining, I also thought it was kind of broken, like really unbalanced. It seemed like there were 1 or 2 grooves or isms or whatever you call them. If you pick them, you just become like super armored dynamo, and you can just like power through everything with incredibly damaging combos, and no one can stop you, which is kind of ridiculous. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to play this on Thursday. It's going to be my main gameplay stream. If it ends up being a great game or something that's a lot of characters and we're all interested, I'll keep playing it. If it ends up being like kind of a game, then maybe I'll play it 1 or 2 times and get rid of it. I don't know. The beta, like I said, was interesting, but I don't know how this is going to translate into like a full-fledged game that people want to see at length. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see. Thursday night, I'll probably finish off Half-Life 2. I'll probably say, let's finish Episode 2 and try to finish the whole game, and that'll be it. Then I'll have done the entire Half-Life 2 playthrough, all right? And then on Friday, this is it. This is the big one, guys. This is the one that all of you have been waiting for. It's the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Master Run Challenge. If you're not aware, this is going to be a 7+ hour gameplay marathon where I'm going to be playing the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, and I'm going to attempt to beat all of the arcade modes of every competitive game in there, starting with the original Street Fighter 2 all the way up to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike on the hardest difficulty setting available in the collection. All right, and I'm going to try to beat them in a row on stream. Now, let me tell you guys something. I did a History of Street Fighter series in early June. What I did is I went through all the arcade modes of these games on normal difficulty, showing off gameplay mechanics, explaining the differences between them, telling you about new characters who were introduced and the like. People really seemed to like that series, and it's something I may do in the future if I have the ability to do so. You know, well, for one example would be if they ever do one for the Versus series, like, you know, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men versus Street Fighter. Well, first it actually started out with X-Men Children of the Atom, then it was Marvel Superheroes, then X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, etc. I could tell you a ridiculous amount of information about those games because I played the living shit out of them competitively back in the day. But I digress. When I did this History of Street Fighter series for the 30th Anniversary Collection earlier this month, it took a while. Like, some of these, like Super Turbo, oh my god, the fucking difficulty, even on default, regular, you know, middle-of-the-line difficulty is insane. So I'm going to try to do it on the hardest difficulty. This could be one of the toughest events I've ever done, and I don't, honestly, even though I'm going to be starting the usual time, and gameplay typically starts between 11 and 12, and then goes till 4, I'm going till 7 or later, so 7 guaranteed plus hours of gameplay. I don't know if I'm going to beat all the games. You got the 5 Street Fighter 2 games, you've got the 3 Street Fighter Alpha games, and then you've got the 3 Street Fighter 3 games. So that's 12 games. Boy, I can't count. That's 11 games. And 11 games, you figure, even if it takes me like a half an hour each, that would still be like 5 to 5.5 hours. But some of these are going to beat my ass and make me continue a million times to get through them because they're so cheap. So we'll see how this goes. This could be a very interesting event coming up this Friday. All right, so, you know, get ready to place your bets on how far Phil's going to get. Is he going to actually beat certain games? Will he get stuck on a certain game? How long will it take him to beat each game? Will he complete the event? Will he not? This is going to be a really fun event. I think people are going to come out and really enjoy it. It's going to be full of rage and salt, but also, you know, me showing my mettle in fighting games from back in the day, being able to play these games in arcades and finding a way around and winning at them. I don't know. I may get stuck on the first 3 games. You never know. You never know what's going to happen, right? It could be 3 hours of only 3 games, and then I rip my shirt off, like Hulk Hogan, and then I go on to another. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm very excited, though. I think it's going to be a good event. I think you guys are going to like it. All right, so that's this Friday. So, what variety this week, right? We've got so much stuff coming up with, you know, Half-Life 2, Mario 8 Tennis Aces, H1Z1, Vampire, Street Fighter, a game from Don't Nod in Captain Spirit, Fighting EX Layer, and then this Street Fighter, you know, event. So, crazy amounts of stuff. Now, next week, the first week of July, what can you expect? Well, certain projects will continue. For example, I'll probably maybe do another session of Fighting EX Layer. I may still want to do more Mario Tennis Aces. But once I finally start to wrap up some of this stuff, the next 2 things on the agenda, number 1 and 2, are Simpsons Hit and Run, which is the next Patron's Choice playthrough that you guys picked. All right, that's going to be starting at some point in July. And also, I'm resuming my Persona 5 playthrough. We're almost there. We're almost to the point where I'm resuming my playthrough. So I strongly recommend you guys go check out the playthrough now on DSP Gaming and get caught up before I resume it. Okay, it's been a year. Then, all right, also during the month of July, I am planning on possibly doing some throwback games to celebrate my 10th anniversary as a content creator this year, including some games I have ideas. Saints Row. Try this again. Silent Hill 2 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Now, maybe there's other stuff you guys have in mind. Well, I would rather see Phil play this classic game from back in the day that he played before. That would be better. Let me know. Feel free to let me know what are the games you want to see from my past that are your favorites that you would rather see me play instead of those 2 suggestions. I'm all ears. I want to know what you guys want to see because July is a dead month. There's no new games besides Octopath Traveler, and I'm not even touching Octopath Traveler till I finish Persona 5, which I have at least another 20 hours of gameplay in, so it could be a while before I get around to it, okay? So, outside of Simpsons Hit and Run and Persona 5, I'm going to need suggestions of stuff to play. Throw them my way. And July, I promise you, will still be a fun month, regardless of the fact that maybe we won't be able to play all new releases because there's barely going to be any in July. It's ridiculous how few new releases there are going to be. But that being said, I think it's still going to be a fun and entertaining month for you guys. August looks like it'll be a little bit better. It'll have a few more new releases, which is good. But, yeah. But July is typically the deadest month of the year when it comes to game releases, but I'm still going to do my best to entertain you. All right. The last thing, guys. Today's the 24th of June, which means there's only 6 days left. 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. To pledge to my Patreon. That is the wrong direction. To pledge to my Patreon right over here. And to get in on the Rageathon. If you're not aware what that is, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of this month, you're going to get to nominate and vote on games for an upcoming marathon in August that I'm going to be playing all stuff that makes me angry. So it could be anything. It could be a game from my past that I played before that made me rage. It could be a game that you know will make me rage that I've never played before. It could be a platformer, an action game, a sandbox game, a fighting game, a role-playing game, a puzzle game, a Bomani game. You know, any kind of game is open, you know, is part of this Rageathon, but it has to be something that you think will make me rage, all right? So by pledging $5 or more this month, you're going to be able to nominate and vote as a perk, as a reward for pledging to my Patreon of the games that are going to be in this event. Just think of the power. Probably, I say roughly between 30 to 50 people typically do this for these events and then nominate and vote on games. This is going to be an event that's going to get hundreds, if not thousands of viewers on Twitch, plus thousands of views on YouTube, and a small amount of people who pledge are going to have, you know, creative control over it. That's amazing, right? So please consider pledging if you have not. With 6 days to go, you still have time, plenty of time, all right? That is it for the weekend preview, guys. Thank you very much for being patient. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about games for me to play in July. I hope to see you this week for the wide variety of content that I'll be covering for you. And I say thank you wholeheartedly to all of you who are here every day, whether it's live on stream or watching my videos on YouTube. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. That's it, guys. Peace out. Have a good night. And, of course, thank you to the following patrons from May, who obviously massively supported me. And that is it. Have a good night, everyone. See you on Monday for new gameplay. Peace out.